Self-judgment is no good for you, your children, your spouse, or anyone else. So let me help you move through that, not only to be a happier person, but actually empower yourself through the same energy you're putting into that self-judgment to becoming a better, happier person. The first step is to understand where that self-judgment comes from. And let me set you free by saying the following. Most of the time, it doesn't come from you. How do I know this? As children, we do not yet know what is acceptable and unacceptable. We do not yet know what is successful and what is unsuccessful. We don't know what is even right or wrong. We are molded by our family and society as to what those answers are. Those labels that we are given as successful, when you grow up, you're going to make lots of money. When you grow up, you'll get married once and stay with that person for the rest of your life. When you grow up, you'll have children that always listen to you. When you grow up. And then we grow up, and guess what? All of those labels of what is successful are not necessarily true in our life. Just because we didn't make the $1 million, does that mean we're unsuccessful? Just because we didn't stay in one marriage, does that make us unsuccessful? Just because we didn't stay in one mansion of a house all of our lives, does that make us unsuccessful? I'll give you another one. We are taught as children, good children share. All good children share. That's nonsense. There are very good children that don't share.
No way.
Some children need to have their own space, that they know certain things are theirs and they don't need to share. I may have a doll that I grew up with, that is my safe space. And if I was forced to play with my dolly with another child and they lost that doll, they destroyed that doll, well, I've been told that sharing is more important than me feeling safe and whole. Is that right or is that wrong? Well, this is where it comes into your decisions. As we grow up from children into adolescent and adults, we gain free choice. You have the choice to identify where those self-judgments come from and make a decision today if you want to hold on to it, if you agree with it, or if you want to let it go and set you free. I'm going to give you an exercise. I want you to write down every place in your life you feel that you are judging yourself. And not only judging, you are loathing yourself. You are hating yourself. In those areas, once you have written them down, I want you to take a look at them again. Where do they come from? Do they come from your childhood? Do they come from an ex? Do they come from an external influence that is not you? Why do I ask that question? Because you are not a victim. You do not have to hold on to other people's expectations that you disagree with. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes we are molded by external things to make us better people. But if it's depressing us, if it makes us feel like a loser, if it means that we're in depression because of it, then what good is it to us? Step number 3 is as follows. I want you to make a decision. You are not a victim, you are a victor. You get to make a decision. Do I want that expectation of myself, or do I not want that expectation of myself? If you don't want that expectation of yourself, cross it out. If you don't expect from yourself to earn 6-7 figures every year, and that was an expectation from your father, your mother, your grandparents, your society that you're living around, cross it off. It's not yours. If there's an expectation, then you should have a degree, and that is not yours. That's an expectation maybe of your spouse. Well, that's another video. How do we deal with expectations of our spouse who we are one with? But if it's not yours, it's depressing you, it's pushing you down, then your spouse should not want you to be doing that. Cross it off. It's not mine. I'm not a victim. I'm a victim. But if there are expectations that even though they come from external influences you agree with, you want to be a person that shares and gives, circle it in green. You want to be a person that is kind and understanding? Circle it in green. You want to be a person who owns 15 Lamborghinis? If that's yours, circle it and live with it. You are a victor, not a victim. So step number 1, what is that self-judgment? Number 2, who gave it to you? And number 3, is it yours or is it someone else's? Do you want to own it or do you not want to own it? Because let me tell you, the most empowering thing that you will do, the happiest thing that you will do, is to get rid of those expectations that are not yours and to truly own and take responsibility for those that are yours. Then you will start to love yourself. Even if you don't get to those goals, even if you don't reach those goals, they are yours and you own them. You are a victor, not a victim. For more inspirational videos, click subscribe now.